Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Tony TV, and it's time for the takeover. You already know, we back at it, Challenge Wednesday. The challenge is finally getting good. It's finally got a lot better. I'm so happy rookie teams are over with because now the game man is predictable. And tonight, y'all, great episode. There's a lot going on. I got a lot to talk about right now. So let's jump into it. Normally, I start off with the daily challenge, but it was so much backstory to this episode that it won't make sense if I start off with that without telling y'all everything else going on in the house. So as I already said, off of last week, we had Priscilla, who finally shook up the game real good, and she broke up the whole rookie team every week because she split up a vet team. So when she did that, Priscilla became partners with Josh. So now there is no team that's just solely rookie. So Priscilla knows that coming into this week, her head's on the chopping block, everybody's gunning for her because she's ended the veteran truce. So now they got to start targeting each other. So she knows that if she doesn't win this week's daily, she's probably going to go into elimination because everybody's looking at her. Okay, then we also have three different sides of the house. So you have Devin's side of the house, Devin, Kyle, CT, and Ed. Then you have the Big Brother Alliance, which has Josh, Casey, Nani, Emmanuel. Then you have Cory Nelson's side of the house, which is Cory, Nelson, Bettina, Jeremiah, Big T. Then you have Logan, who's kind of in the middle right now. He don't really have a side. He just kind of floating, laying low, just cool, but he's not in a definite group. Then you also have CT still in the game, who's a champ, and you also have Ashton in the game, who's also a two-time champ. So you got both of these champs in there. You also have Amber B in there, who's a champ as well, but she's a fresh off champ. So she's a target, but she's not as much of a target as CT and Ashley are. Cory and Devin decide to have a talk because they know they're on different sides of the house, but they're trying to see if there's a way they can work together to help both of their sides get further in the game. So Devin tells Cory he wants to go after any champ. So as far as right now, he wants to go after CT and Ashley. He wants to get them out because he wants a veteran to win the game that hasn't already won. Which makes sense. You don't want to just win it over and over again because that's pointless. Like, why am I coming here to compete if I'm going to keep losing to people that already don't won? Let's get them out of here as soon as we can. And also, Cory's partner is Bettina. And Bettina is the only girl rookie that hasn't been in yet. So Cory also knows his head's on the chopping block. Josh thinks that Cory is the head of the other side of the house and that their side is going to come against Big Brother. So Josh is worried about Cory right now. It feels like Cory's going to try to get him out. Then we have a conversation with Logan and Big T. And Logan tells Big T that he wants to get Cory and Nelson out. Mind you, Nelson is partnered with Big T at the moment. And Big T don't care that Logan trying to get Cory out and Nelson. So I'm just like, well, that's pretty shitty. That's pretty much all the backstory. It's a lot going on. It's different alliance groups. Everybody trying to go after each other, trying to see who's going to pick off who first, basically. So we enter this week's daily challenge, which is Bombshell battle. So pretty much it's a big mud pit, and they have colored bombs in the middle of it. So each group, you have to send one partner out at a time to retrieve a bomb and come bring it back, and then your partner goes in and get another one. There's 4 bombs per team, and then there's a 5th bomb you have to get, which is a silver bomb. And that bomb is only a limited amount in the mud pit. And then if you retrieve all 5, you advance to the next round. It starts off with 10 teams. Then at the end of round 1, we go down to 5 teams. And then we go down to 3 teams. So at the end of round 1, we have Casey and Emmanuel, Nani and Logan, Nelson and Big T, Devin and Amber, and Ed and Ashley. So they get through round 1. However, during round 1, when it was down to the last silver ball, you had the rest of the guys that were going after it, including Ed down there still, Jeremiah, Cory, Josh, and I believe CT and Kyle. So they all were down there fighting for that last ball. And at one point, Cory has the ball, and he tosses it, and he throws it to Jeremiah. And at that point, Josh sees that, and he takes offense to it, because he's like, if we're all vets, why are you throwing the ball to a rookie? Now Cory and Josh start going at it, because Josh told him, oh, I can see who's playing against me, bad. You know, Josh getting his feelings as always. So Josh is mad, he heated. Him and Cory going back and forth. Cory explaining to him that I wanted to win, so I'm going to do whatever I got to do to win. And Josh's like, well, I wanted to win as well. So in my head, I'm like, so why are either of you mad? Because at the end of the day, both of you lost a round. So neither of you are winning the daily challenge. So let's wrap this conversation up, because y'all not really getting nowhere. Josh is mad at Cory because Cory was fighting him for the ball and not letting Josh just get it. And I'm like, Josh, why would he do that? That's not going to keep him safe. When Cory already knows he's a target being partnered with Bettina right now, he knows he needs to win this challenge in order to be safe for the week. So then they go through, they do round 2 with the 5 teams that were left. So at the end of round 2, we end up with Ashley and Ed, Logan and Big T, and Nani and Logan. So they make it to round 3. And last round, they going at it, getting it done. And the winners end up being Nani and Logan. However, when they was down there, it was the guys that had to get the last silver ball. So you had Ed, Nelson, and Logan all fighting for it. And Nelson had it initially. Like, Logan's pretty much saying that he was the closest to his rope to get the ball up to the very top of the mud pit. So he's like, y'all might as well just let me win. And he's like, I'll keep both of y'all safe. Ed is kind of like, okay, cool, whatever. But Nelson like, nah, I want to still fight for it. If I can win the challenge, I might as well win it. Because Nelson wants to keep himself safe. And also, keeping himself safe will keep Cory safe as well. Logan tells him, he like, if you keep fighting me for the ball, you won't be safe anymore. So now Nelson got to decide, do I want to keep myself safe or do I want to keep fighting and not be safe? Which is better here? So ultimately he decides, keep himself safe, because Logan makes a very good point. Like, Logan, for a rookie, that was very smart. For you to tell that man, if you fight me for this ball, I'm going to send you in. Nelson gives it up. Logan and Nani, they win for the week. They the agency. And I'm like, proud of my girl, Nani. Let's get it, Nani. Come on. Do a little something this game. Shake it up. She said she want to make a big move this week. So I'm like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. And then you got Ashley. And Ashley's panicking because she knows that she's a target by being a 2-time champ and that people in the house are going to go after her. And nobody in her alliance won, that she's at risk of going into elimination and being the house vote, or just getting thrown down there one way or another. But you got Josh is now plotting to get Cory sent in because Josh's feelings is hurt. So then they end up having a party later on that night, and Priscilla and Nani have a conversation when Priscilla basically tells Nani how she's nervous about the move she made last week and how it's going to have repercussions on her later on. But Nani pretty much tells her, like, it was a bold move, yes, but also I would have done the same thing if I was in your position. So at this point, Nani tells Priscilla that she's safe with her. She got nothing to worry about. You good. You live to fight another day, basically. So Priscilla takes down on the chin, like, all right, dap it up, we good. But Priscilla also says she doesn't trust Nani, which I'm like, in my opinion, Nani doesn't play that dirty of a game, because also she's barely ever empowered to play dirty of a game. So I don't really think there's a reason to not trust Nani. I mean, at least as of right now. Like, don't make no alliance with her, but just ride the wave. Just ride it for as long as you can at the moment. Like, don't worry about nothing else. Logan and Nani have a conversation where Logan tells Nani that he wants Cory to go in, and he wants Cory to have to go against Jeremiah and Amber B, because like the Amber B and Jeremiah got this little like lovers couple thing going on right now. So like, send a couple down there, let them go against Cory and Bettina, and then whoever wins wins. But I think at the end of the day, he really wants Cory to go home. But Nani doesn't mind the plan because she doesn't mind Amber going home, because last season Amber beat Nani in the finals. So Nani can see that Amber can be a threat and can be somebody that she doesn't want to go against in the finals. So we might as well take her out now if we can. Makes sense. Thinking logically, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But I don't want my dog Cory to go in. That's the only thing. I don't want Cory to go in. So then we get to the next day, the day of the nominations. But prior to that, some of the vets are all talking. I believe it was CT, Kyle, Ashley, Tori, and Devin. They're pretty much bashing Cory. And he's pretty much saying that Cory has made a deal with the rookies to work with them, and that he's the reason that the veteran truce is over. Basically saying that he already knew Priscilla was going to pick Josh prior to the elimination if she won. I mean, we can't clarify if that's true or not, but he's just going off of that. And like, they're all saying like they don't like the fact that Cory's working with the rookies, because it's like, if you're working with them, you're not working with us and helping us get further. And they still on the fact of him throwing the ball to Jeremiah. And my opinion on it is this. So I explained the alliances earlier. Now, I said you got Nelson, Cory, Big T, Jeremiah, Priscilla all working together. Or maybe not working together, but like, cool, kind of the same house. Like, their votes probably will align. They stick together. Now, the people I just named are all the same skin color. And y'all are mad that they're all working together. As a rookie coming into the game, I feel like you see what you have in common with people. You find similarities. You find some stuff to talk about. And, at the same time, like, yes, it's a challenge, but you're also there to have a good time and make friends. And I feel like as a rookie, and also as the vets, with like Cory and Nelson, ain't that many of us that be in the house. So I feel like at some point they probably, all saw each other, probably had things to talk about in common, and just became cool. And y'all saw them becoming cool as, oh, they're an alliance, they're working together, they're trying to pick us all off. And I don't know if that was truly the case. I really just think they became cool in the house because they probably have things in common to talk about, rather than some of y'all they may not have as much to talk about, and they were rookies. So I feel like y'all are mad because they built connections with these rookies, and y'all have chose not to this whole time so far. And also, it's all of us that are working together, and y'all don't like that either, because that's another issue. But I'm not gonna get too much into that. But that's what the vibes was giving me tonight. Not saying nobody racist. That's not what I'm calling nobody. But I just didn't like the way that was looking personally. That's just my opinion. Okay, so then we get to the nomination ceremony. They got 20 minutes to discuss. So Cory pretty much starts it off, and he knows that it's either between him or Ashley going into the elimination. So he pretty much tells everybody how in his past 9 seasons, he hasn't played a dirty game. He's a man of his word. He don't backstab anybody. He's saying all this stuff to basically counteract everything that Ashley has done. Because the only thing about Ashley, she stole the money from Hunter when they were partnered up on the first season where she won a challenge. So then Ashley pretty much piggybacks off of that and was like, the only thing you can mention that of me being a snake and stabbing anybody in the back was Hunter. And in her mind, it was rightfully so, because apparently her and Hunter, that's her #1 enemy. He did her dirt, I guess, throughout the season. from the season, I believe, yeah, he did do her pretty dirty. But do I still think it was wrong that she took all the money? Yes. But that's neither here nor there. That was seasons ago. We're not gonna worry about that. So while they're in deliberation, Ashley mentions to Cory how she knew Priscilla was gonna choose to partner up with a vet to break the veteran truce. Devin says he wants clarification because Devin got to speak up every chance he get. Even when ain't nobody talking to him, he got to include himself. Priscilla was like, I'm gonna speak up because Priscilla already told you y'all not gonna little boy her any day, any time. She gonna speak up and say what she got to say. So she tells them that she didn't have a conversation with Cory prior, but she did have a conversation with Nelson that she planned on picking Josh. But then Devin gonna say, oh, I don't believe her. I don't believe that that's true. How you gonna ask for clarification, then you get it clarified, and then you don't believe it's true? If that was the case, what was the point of asking? You might as well just let it be what it was and just say Dream believe it to begin with. Not the biggest fan of Devin, if you can't tell, because I feel like he talk a lot, but he don't do enough. Oh, then it gets even better, because then Nelson starts going at Amanda for having Ashley back, because apparently on the season where Ashley won the challenge, Amanda threw herself into elimination and like threw the elimination basically for Ashley to win. So Ashley won an elimination, she was in that season, and then at the end of the challenge when she won, she only gave Amanda a $500 gift card. I think she had won $500,000 that season. And I just feel like this whole point was petty for Nelson to bring up, because it's like, what does that really have to do with anything? Like, Ashley ain't have to give her nothing, to be honest. If she ain't want to, like, yeah, Amanda might have sacrificed herself for Ashley, but it was still hilarious the fact he said she only got a $500 gift card, and Amanda couldn't like refute that point because I guess she only did get a $500 gift card. But I wonder what the gift card was for. Or it was like a Visa gift card. I hope it was just a Visa, spend it how you want. But anyway, that's besides. They go through, they cast their nominations. It's Bettina and Cory as expected. Damn, my dog going to elimination. I pray he make it through this, y'all. I really do. I'm very nervous. We get down to the elimination. It's some platform set up. It's always something new. It's always something they got going on down here at the elimination. There's like a lot be going on. Bettina and Cory going in, and then Nani and Logan have to pick who they're going against. So Logan wants Jeremiah and Amber B. So that's who he sends down there. And Nani backs him up on it. So we got Bettina and Cory versus Amber B and Jeremiah. And TJ says the elimination is called Hanging the Balance. So basically, it's two platforms with the balance beam in the middle of it. And on one side of the platform is a bunch of puzzle pieces. You have to get them all the way across the balance beam to the other side and build your puzzle. First team to do it wins the elimination. Other team goes home. Okay, this season has a lot of puzzles. I'm not a fan of this many puzzles because they know the asses don't be good at puzzles. And you know they're not practicing puzzles at home. Them niggas is at home lifting weights and running. They is not sitting there playing Tetris. So I'm just like, can we get a puzzle break, please? Give us something physical, head-on, collision. Let's make it happen. But that's not the case this elimination. So they get up there and they got to get their way across with the puzzle pieces. And the puzzle pieces are like long rectangular blocks, basically, they have to get across. So they like stack them on their arms. They try to walk across the balance beam. They don't get that far the first few times, y'all. I'm not going to hold you. The balance beam was kicking their ass. Every time they would take like 2 steps, they would fall off of it, have to start all over and regroup. And they had to do that a bunch of times, over and over again. But finally, Amber B and Jeremiah, they got in a good rhythm. So Amber B will like squat really low and do crab walks across the bottom half, while Jeremiah holds her from above and gets them both across. That's going to be a lot of pain on Jeremiah's back and a lot of pain on Amber B knees and ankles and joints and all the extra stuff. But it's working so far. They're getting across, while Bettina and Cory still at the beginning, still falling a bunch of times. So Amber B and Jeremiah take about a good 3-4 trips. I think Cory and Bettina took 1 so far. I think they got 1 good trip in, and after that it went back downhill. So they still trying to get it across. So Amber B and Jeremiah, I think they did like 2 more trips. Doing great. Almost done. Got 1 last trip to make, but they need to take a break because they fatigued at the moment from keep going across like that. Like their bodies literally couldn't sustain that so many times. But at this point, Bettina has an idea. She tells Cory, let's try walking across closer to each other. I guess like to keep their center of gravity closer, so like they're gonna do it closer instead of far apart and try to get across. And Bettina to go. It worked. They finally get a rhythm. They finally starting to get across. So it's like, okay, bam, finally doing it. So they get across 1 time. Okay, cool. They get back up there. They go across again. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's get it. Then finally, Amber and Jeremiah like, okay, let's do this last round and get across. So they trying to do their last one. And then now you got Cory and Bettina also on their last set of puzzle pieces to get across too. So now it's neck and neck. Like Cory and Bettina done caught up. So I'm like, okay, now it's anybody's game. It done got good. This can go anybody's way. So let's see what happens. Bettina and Cory doing the same strategy as they had before, was keeping it close. And then Amber and Jeremiah doing the same strategy of Amber doing a crab walk across. Amber legs couldn't hold it no more. They fell a couple more times. Bettina and Cory, they doing great. They slow and steady. Bettina and Cory get across. Finally, last set. Now they up there. They building the puzzle. Jeremiah and Amber, they trying to reset, still trying to get across. I'm like, okay, they still got time because Cory don't know shit about a puzzle. We already know this. Cory cannot solve puzzles. So I'm just like, it's still up in the air unless Bettina can get the job done because Cory cannot. Luckily, my dog Bettina, she pulled that thing out. She put them puzzle pieces together. Cory stood over there and watched. He fell back, and they got the dub. So my dog Cory lives to see another day. I am happy that he's still in the game currently. I'm sad Amber and Jeremiah got to go because I want to see more out of Jeremiah this season. And Amber is an underdog. Some people do believe I don't like her, but I have no problem with Amber, I promise. I just thought she was complaining a little too much for me personally. But she was playing a good game so far, and like she's proven herself in the comps to do pretty well. So shout out to Amber for that. Kudos. But yeah, so I'm sure we're going to see them back eventually. But yeah, so now we got Bettina and Cory, the winners. So now they get to pick their new partners. Or so we thought. TJ tells them to just go back up with the group without picking partners. So everybody confused like, what's going on? Why are we not picking new partners? We done did that every other week. But all of a sudden this week we're not picking new partners. What's going on? Somebody speak up. That's all TJ tells them. He says, go home, have a good night. So we left off with that as a cliffhanger. I'm like, God damn it, not another cliffhanger. I'm thinking they finna go and start doing individuals now instead of teams. But I don't know. I feel like individuals could be too easy to predict. It might be something new, a new twist they're going to throw in there. Like maybe they even do like teams of 4 or I don't know, something like all girls, all boys. Like I don't know how they're going to do this, to be honest. But it's funny to get shaken up again. I'm happy. We need something else. Keep it coming. The episode's finally done gassed up on me, so I'm loving it. So I don't know. Drop y'all predictions in the comments of what y'all think going to happen next week and what y'all think TJ finna do to the teams. And yeah, let's see what happens. I'm going to be back next week. You already know the drill. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we up.